Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Eric Koss with AHEAD, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Samuel Davis at Nationwide Insurance. Samuel, how are you today?
Doing very well. Happy to see you. Nice to meet you virtually. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
And thank you for being here. We appreciate it. On the line of data growth, how has that changed your role in the past few years, given the pace of data growth and technology advancement in big data and analytics spaces?
There's a term that a lot of individuals in the industry are aware of. It's called insight-driven organization. An insight-driven organization is an organization that utilizes data to help drive actions and to influence choices and to project outcomes. So data really is a tool that displays a substance that helps tell a story. And by visualizing the data and understanding the root cause analysis of the data, it helps you understand a beginning and an end. It helps tell a story. And the translation is simply the methodology that many individuals rely on, how they want to interpret that data. But the key thing is that it helps enhance awareness and transparency within organizations to where we can see the performance, where we are, basically a pulse check to a degree, and allow us to instill measurements so that we can determine where we're going and why and when and by whom.
Very good. So, what are some of the business imperatives you think will emerge in the next 2 years that will drive change in your space?
From a leader's visibility lens, I would say it's the investment that benefits the proposed outcomes, which reflects the data submissions that showcase the return on investment. So we have the ideation, we have this idea, and then we're looking to fulfill this thing so that it produces something. Let's say it's X, Y, Z. Okay. So data is going to help with the maneuvering, with the transition, and the trajectory. So key things that are going to be important is to be able to look at the data and rely on it and trust it and know that it's coming from a source that is verifiable, minus many different inaccuracies. So anyone that knows data knows they want to have clean data, So it's going to help and require individuals to really rely on their investments being supported by justifications, whether it's revenue preservation, whether it's cost avoidance, etc. Those are some of the things that really justify decisions being made as to the preservation and longevity of an organization.
Awesome. So, well, we often talk in terms of, when we talk about anything technology related, we talk about people, process, and technology. So let's talk a little bit about the people in the workforce. So how are you preparing your workforce and your technology stack for the emerging demands of the business?
Education, empathy, and patience. Technology is an ever-growing thing that requires attention, concentration, and focus. So we at Nationwide, something that I am really appreciative of is that leadership has taken upon themselves to be patient, to identify and observe where needs are, researching areas of which these skill sets are going to be in demand and equipping our teams with those skill sets so that they're not only effective and competitive, but also productive and effective within a workplace. So it's listening to what needs to happen from the staff, recognizing what needs to be taught from the industry, and implementing practices in place to where individuals can become educated, remain informed and knowledgeable, and basically be equipped with those skill sets to be functional for the future.
Thank you. And probably just the last question to cap it off here. What's one thing you wish you would have known 2 years ago as it pertains to your role that you now know?
I would say, and it's a pretty general thing, but the influence of empathy and being an empathetic servant leader. Being an empathetic servant leader to me is a requirement to basically have divisions, teams of people that really want to work with you, collaborate with you, remain transparent with you. The ideal state would be to have a team or have a synergy amongst a group of individuals where there's psychological safety, where it is safe to make recommendations, where it is safe to give feedback, where it is safe to disagree, So an individual that works with individuals, leads a team, and is a servant leader, shows kindness and empathy, those things are extremely important. So these are common things that are known, but I would say within the past couple of years, especially with what's going on within our society around the world, I think having a greater aptitude and awareness of being kind, showing empathy, especially within a workplace and outside of the workplace, are essential. So I've always had an awareness, but the past couple of years have made me fully aware of the magnitude and importance of having those two things. So I hope that answers the question.
That's awesome, and I think spot on for where we are in the world. So thank you for that. And with that, I'd like to thank you, Samuel, for joining me today. Please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.